The moment that I walked in the door, this became my house. What do you think the community at large is going to say and think once they watch this?
They're not going to like it.
How much information do you think I have, Chief?
Probably have a lot.
Yeah.
It was suggested to you.
To forge it.
Well, to make one up.
I ultimately decide whether you keep or you lose your job. Which side do you think I'm leaning towards right now, Chief?
Probably losing it.
Welcome back to the LackLuster channel. Over the past few months, Josh from AFA was contacted by several officials in Brookline, New Hampshire, to provide him with information about alleged corruption within the ranks of the town's fire department.
A fire chief that had racially profiled a new executive assistant, body shamed her, made inappropriate comments to her, instructed her to forge financial documents, and ultimately when she didn't, he forged them himself.
The town looked into the claims made by Anais and sustained the allegations.
You allege that Chief Corey made inappropriate comments to you about your weight and food choices and impacts that your weight, food choices might have on your marriage. Denied the opportunity to participate in Firefighter 1 training because of your age, gender, and family status. And instructed you to create an invoice on behalf of a third party.
One of the forged invoices was for $1,300 and the other for nearly $5,000. After Anais made her claims public, Chief Corey's previous assistants came forward lodging similar complaints.
During her exit interview with the Board of Engineers, Polly made it abundantly clear that Charlie's interoffice skills and lack of professionalism was the reason that she was leaving.
The chief was suspended for a total of 6 months, of which 2 weeks were unpaid. The other 5.5 months are alleged to have been paid. Chief Corey appears to have received a 5.5-month paid vacation as a punishment, and on the day that he returned to work, Anais was approached by the chief and she resigned. But once the information was leaked to Josh, he traveled down to the firehouse to film the location and to see if Chief Corey had any public comments on the allegations. And upon his arrival, a welcome sign for the chief was on display.
Well, at least I talked to someone knowledgeable. At least that sounds like you know your job pretty well. I ask a lot of people questions. They have no idea what I'm talking about. So obviously, have you been a fire chief a long time, looks like?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
And that's 6 months off for sexually harassing an employee, Anais, that has a name. Right? What about that?
No comment.
No comment. Now, did you at any point, Chief Corey, make sexual comments to her about her underwear or fat shame her about her lunch to the point where she had to hide in her vehicle to eat lunch? Did that happen?
No comment.
No comment. Then why did you, Chief, write an apology letter to Anais admitting to just that after the lawyers found that you did just that? I mean, I have an apology letter from you here, Chief Corey, and it reads, Dear Anais,
please accept my apologies for inappropriate language that I have directed to you, for any pain, embarrassment that I have caused. I never intended to hurt you. I'm truly sorry. Sincerely, stamped, Chief Corey.
Why did you write that letter if you have no comment? You didn't do anything wrong.
No, I did do wrong. I wrote my apology.
Okay.
I took my 4 weeks off without pay, and now I'm back to work trying to
fix it. Was it 4 weeks or was it a lot longer than that, Chief?
It was 4 weeks of unpaid.
4 weeks of unpaid. And it was original, but how long were you actually gone? About 6 months, Chief, right?
5.5.
5.5 months. Now, this happened. Now, do you feel that it's appropriate what was done to her? Do you feel your behavior as a leader, as a chief, was appropriate?
No comment.
Now, did your own town conduct an investigation into this matter, Chief Corey?
Yes, they did.
They did. And what were their findings?
It's due to be released.
I don't think we have to wait for it to be released, Chief Corey. I have the findings here. Now, the town of Brookline has no idea why you were gone. What do you think they would feel when they found out these findings?
They do. They have the report. And
Okay.
the Board of Fire Engineers has the report.
Do you recognize this? You allege Chief Corey made inappropriate comments about you about your weight and food choices, sexual choices, and impacts that your weight, food choices might have in your marriage. denied you the opportunity to participate in firefighter training because of your age, gender, and family status, made other inappropriate comments at the station regarding who was wearing underwear, her being one of them, people in Boston wearing clothes with their asses showing. You know about good-looking women. You would know. And name-calling, such as referring to another town employee as a bitch, and instructed you to create an invoice on behalf of a third party. Is that what was substantiated in this investigation, Chief?
No comment.
Because they substantiated it right here, Chief.
Yep.
They said that they found that you had done that.
After meeting reluctance from the chief, Josh asked him about the forged invoices.
Have you broke any local, state, or federal laws?
Not that I know.
Not that you know of. Now, Chief, another question I have is, can you tell me what that looks like to you? Does that look like an invoice from a hospital?
Yep.
It does. Perfect. I can take that back. Have you ever instructed any of your employees, whether it be past assistants, including Anais, have you ever instructed them to make false billing reports from hospitals?
No.
You haven't. Did the city find that?
Yes, they did.
Chief, the way that we build a relationship here, because I work for equal truth, and if you're innocent, I will fight for your innocence, because I'm the big bad wolf. I'm worse than the mainstream media.
They dropped the charges on that.
Well, but the town administrator doesn't quite feel that way, does he? Because he made an explicit reference to this, explaining that you had created documents and purported them to be from the fire department. Now, when you look at some of these images, Chief, you'll see things like this line. Do you see that line right on top?
Yep.
Where that line is? Now, that line was where you creased the paper. That line is where you took an actual invoice from the hospital and you folded it over and placed it on another piece of paper, and you continued to write out the invoice and billing as if you had received it from the hospital when in fact you created it. Something that can be substantiated by actual video evidence from in here which shows you doing it. So are you sure that you didn't do that?
I did under the Board of Fire Wards.
So this is under. So someone ordered you to do that.
No, I said, what do you want to do? We can't get a bill from Southern. So it was suggested to
forge it.
Well, to make one up so we could pay the bill.
Okay, so you took, well, fair enough. I mean, listen, everyone has a boss.
Yep.
And sometimes your boss tells you to do something that you don't like, and that could, for all intents and purposes, be wrong. But everyone has to answer to their boss.
And we did not realize that it was not something you should do. Now that I know, I'll never do it again.
Do you think, retroactively now, that taking hospital letterhead, folding it over, and then creating those documents, when you were doing that, if you know that forging a check would be wrong, you had to have known that forging that paperwork was wrong also, because it was unseemly, it was unethical, and it was also illegal. It's wire fraud. So I appreciate you saying you didn't know then, you know now, so we can take these situations, we can learn from them. But
I made a mistake. I've owned up to my mistakes. I've paid my penalty, and now I'd just like to go back to work.
We learn in grade school, it's like common sense, not to forge documents. I mean, that's very clear. And the fact that you didn't realize that that was something you shouldn't do seems very strange.
Why did you act so ferociously to keep Anais from becoming a firefighter?
If you read the report and my lawyer's comments, you'll get the information.
What do you think the community at large in the country is going to say and think once they watch this?
They're not going to like it.
Have you ever pointed to your badge that's stitched on your uniform and said, "This is my house"?
I've never referred to it as my house.
You referred to it as your house. Chief, Anais didn't lie. The recordings didn't lie. Okay. You used your position of authority here in this building to defraud the constituents and the citizens of this community. And I want to right now, this is Chief Corey of the Brookline Fire Department. Chief, the moment that I walked in the door, this became my house. I run this shit. I ultimately decide whether you keep or you lose your job. Which side do you think I'm leaning towards right now, Chief?
Probably losing it.
Probably losing it. Do you think I have the power to take that job from you?
Maybe.
You'd be goddamn right if you thought in your head right now that I have the ability to do that. Let alone by myself, I have the ability to use the size of my phone. The town made a mistake when they suspended you. They wrote up some paperwork wrong. If you were to sue them because of their mistake, Chief, you'd be in the right. And I'd defend you. Because even if you did something wrong, it's federal and state employment law. They can't cut corners. They can't. You would have sued them, you would have got a lot of money. The threat of that lawsuit alone was enough to get them to make sure they let you back and try and cover it up and keep it as low and quiet as they could while appeasing everybody. Do you think Anais was appeased?
I have no comment on that.
You better get some fucking comments and some calls, my friend, because I'm telling you one thing. The moment this thing drops, they won't care about you, what you've done, the people that you've hurt. At that point, it's just going to be a tour de force. They're going to need a lamb, Chief. They're going to need someone's job to sacrifice. Do you know who that person's going to be, Chief Corey? It's going to be you. You admitted to what you did, and then the lawyers for the town confirmed that you did what you did. You're going to have to go. Then Anais is going to get this grand welcome wagon. They're going to have her come in the firehouse. They're going to take lots of pictures on Facebook and say, look at what an inclusive community Brookline is. Okay? And then she's going to be a firefighter, and she's going to save lives despite the that you did, despite the bullying, despite the meanness. Do you think after what you've done to this community, the lies that you've told and the behavior that you've engaged in, do you think you still deserve a job here in Brookline?
I think I deserve a chance.
Town Hall, you think they back you?
I have no idea.
Spoke to two of your officials yesterday. High ranking within this community. It's been extremely easy to get information, Chief Corey. Do you feel, based on how this conversation, that as chief, your days are numbered here?
Could be.
Chief, they are. What about you stepping down so she could, without retaliation, come back to work here? I think that would help Anais. I think that would make up for everything. Is that something you'd be willing to do? Because then I'd be proud to call you Chief Corey. I think it would be excellent optics, and it would be a good way for you to engage in contrition if you resign. You know, I think let Anais come back. Let her work. You get to resign. You get to keep your pension. Is that something you'd be willing to do, Chief Corey?
I'll have to think about it.
How much information do you think I have, Chief?
Probably have a lot.
Yeah. If you had a choice, I fight this in the court of public opinion and see how it shakes out, or I go to the police department and unload my plethora of evidence, which I have alphabetized and organized and timelined to a point where a toddler can look at it and then find wrongdoing. What would your choice be? If I gave you that option.
I'm no comment. I'm done. You've been here.
You were done 6 months ago, Chief.
Yep, that's fine.
Now's just the reckoning.
Yep, that's fine.
I've edited that encounter down from an interaction with the chief that lasted nearly an hour. In fact, the entire video is nearly 3 hours long, containing interviews with various government officials in the town.
No, I seem to have a lawful and legal opinion.
I think this conversation is over.
I think a lot of towns have tried to tell me that I can't speak.
Michelle, please close the door.
Okay, hang on.
What do you have to hide from the public?
Please close the door.
I'm just gonna
Hey, guess
just
what?
watch out.
I'll be talking to you, and we're going to be having this conversation in public. You're going to try and make me shut up, and I won't. And no one's going to make me leave. I'm sure you know the fire chief was gone for like 6 months. No one seems to know why he was missing.
Yeah, that's above my pay grade, man.
It ends featuring Anais, who then details all of the sustained findings and allegations against Chief Corey.
Can we see this line here? Is that viewable? Let me bring this in. Oh, there we go. Perfect. See this line right here? That looks weird. Anais, could you tell me, possible as you usually professional, you worked for one, why is there a line going through the top here?
Because it's a fake Heather, I would lock myself in the door in my office and cry. And I would be upset with myself because no one has ever spoken to me that way. And I was okay with it. And I just couldn't. I didn't want no one else to go through this.
Anais is still applying at different locations for the role of firefighter. The evidence that Josh collected has now been submitted to the Brookline police. However, they claim that due to a possible conflict of interest, it will be reviewed and sent to the Attorney General. Since Josh has made his video public, the chief's vehicle has been spotted parked at his home, and the chief himself has not been seen at the firehouse. If you'd like to help Anais while she continues her search for employment, I've included links in the description and pinned comment. A big thanks to Josh for uncovering this story and continuing to seek accountability. And if you'd like to see that full video, it too will be linked below.
I just don't want this to happen to anybody else.